and welcome to the inaugural episode of what's this podcast called, Shay?
Shea and Jordan go boating.
Shay and Jordan go boating, and I'm Jordan, and that other voice is Shay.
That's true. It took me so long to think of what the podcast was called. I thought I was going to mess it up.
Oh, you thought you were going to mess it up in this instant? No, that was like 2 seconds. Although I guess that is longer of a pause than you'd probably expect.
It's more just like a lot went through my mind before I said it. I was like, wait, what order did we land on of who goes first? And then also when making our website, I accidentally first bought the domain Shea and Jordan going boating. And then
that's embarrassing for you.
It's not embarrassing. They suggested it and I accidentally clicked it. Okay.
So you're blaming the website that we're not going to.
No, we won't say because they're
not paying us yet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They will.
Yeah, they will. You got connections there?
No, but I know that we're gonna become huge.
You've got good faith. Yeah, we're gonna become huge. So the concept of this podcast, Shay, you and I, we're good pals, aren't we?
Such good pals.
Such good pals.
We should get into like how we know each other and stuff.
Yeah, we should get into how we know each other. This is a movie podcast to start with. I feel like no one would have clicked this and pressed play if they didn't know that this was a movie podcast.
Yeah,
unless they thought it was a boating podcast.
I'll take those people as well. I'd love them as listeners.
All aboard.
All aboard. Shay and Jordan go boating. Going boating.
Going boating. Shea and Jordan going boating. So you and I, Shay, we know each other from the World Wide Web, huh? That's how we first met.
The amazing website, Tumblr.
Yeah. And you know, that was very formative teenage years for both you and I. And we met through there and we became pen pals of sorts, I guess.
Yeah, you could say that.
They never updated pen pals to like a modern technology version, did they?
No, they didn't, but I think we kept it going through Tumblr responses.
Yeah, but I just mean like they tip tap pals or like type pals, you know?
Yeah, like because of a keyboard.
Yes, exactly, because of a keyboard.
Nice.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
This is good stuff.
This is good stuff. This is great stuff. So we bonded over a mutual love of movies.
Movies, yep, and other stuff, but mostly movies.
Mostly movies. Okay, so you explain your circumstances.
Basically, I got a cheap room in Paris just through a friend of a friend. Reached out and was like, "I heard you want to travel."
And that's Paris, France, not Paris, Texas, right?
No, but we should talk about Paris, Texas. This being a movie podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is Paris, France, just for clarification.
This is Paris, France. And I was like, I have nothing going on. I happen to like be subletting my apartment. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to Paris. And then I like Facebook messaged you because that was the only way we were communicating. And I was like, I'm going to come to London. Like, let's hang out. And then you didn't respond. So I was like, okay, maybe we're not
hates me now.
That did cross my mind, I guess. But I was just like,
I just hadn't used Facebook Messenger in maybe 5 years. Other than to message you, the only person I messaged on there.
I use it for Facebook Marketplace. But
that's not a plug.
No, shit, I gotta stop saying brands.
Yeah.
So anyways, then I posted on Tumblr that I was going to Paris, and you were like, what did you say? I'm trying to
visit me in London.
Yeah.
Come visit me in London.
And I said,
and you were like, bitch, I am.
Bitch, I'm coming right now. And then, you know, we hung out.
The rest is recent history.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would say I feel like we had way more fun this time than previous times I've been in London.
It's because we're cooler now.
We're way cooler. We're way more mature.
Yeah. You were a baby back then.
Full on baby. What were you?
Toddler.
Yeah, you are slightly older, so.
Exactly. But then I came to visit you in Paris, which was kind of the beginning of this all, because we we bonded very hard. We spent 5 days completely
We had so much
engrossed in
fun.
each other's company. It was so much fun. But anyway, we went to. You refused to go to the cinemas in Paris for some reason because you're
Oh
a dumb fuck
no,
or
don't
something.
expose me like this.
Shea has some sort of strange logic as to why not to go to cinemas when you're on holiday, and you weren't even really on holiday. You're living.
I know, I know. You're gonna hate this even more when I tell you why I said that. You know Brandon Braun?
Yes, I know Brandon Braun. Shout out to Brandon Braun.
I love Brandon Braun, but he said he kind of put it in my head when I went to London. He was like, "Oh, I just kind of don't like going to the movies on vacation because it's like I could do that anywhere." And so he put that in my mind. I was like, he's right about that.
Wow, you're so impressionable.
Yeah, he has strong opinions and they affect me.
I have strong
But
opinions.
then
Did mine affect you?
yeah, yours did. Now I'm gone the
Mm.
other way.
Mm,
I am easily influenced.
absolutely. Well, I did manage to influence you on that trip, and we did go and see Carlito's Way.
That's what we're talking about today.
That is what we're talking about today, and we haven't even explained the concept of the fucking podcast yet. I've just realized
Yeah. Well, we that's okay.
this is like a big lead into that. So obviously, we were sort of spitballing. We wanted to do this together because we enjoy talking to each other and we enjoy talking about movies, and we both have this sort of narcissism in us that wants to like, you know, share that with the world. Um,
True.
so we were trying to come up with some sort of concept. And who came up with the concept, me or you? Or was it some
I
sort of
would
joint effort?
definitely say you. I mean, I remember I think it started though that we were just talking about like let's go through Al Pacino's
Oh yeah,
oeuvre.
of course. And then we found out that someone else, probably more than one other person, has done it, but someone else had done it with the exact title that we were going to do it with. Again, I'm not
Wait,
going to shout
yeah.
them out.
Okay, yeah, yeah, don't.
I refuse to because I haven't listened to it. It could be dog shit. Anyway, so
Yeah,
we decided to change it up and start with Carlito's Way and start a web of movie magic.
absolutely. And also you didn't want to do the whole actor oeuvre because you didn't want to rewatch Panic in Needle
Panic
Park.
in Needle Park. Yeah, too depressing.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's a heavy one.
But
It's
you would
fucking great
watch.
though. I do love it.
I've actually never seen it. I know.
Wow, welcome to our Al Pacino podcast.
I guess we could do that next, but wait, yeah, you don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I don't. You do that on your own time.
I know. I have to watch Cruising as well.
Fucking love cruising. I
Yeah.
mean, we could do cruising next week, and that's what's so exciting about this podcast is at the beginning of it, we don't even know what we're going to pick next week.
No
Obviously,
idea.
Carlito's Way is a Brian De Palma movie, but we could even jump into. I haven't actually discussed this with you, but I think it's fine. We could even jump into whoever the costume designer was. Find
Yeah, that
out,
could be
pick another
fun.
one of their movies.
We should definitely do some of those.
I was thinking maybe a way to do it would be to have the next one never be the same link as the first one. As in, if you do
Like,
Carlito's
don't,
Way,
yeah.
we go through Al Pacino. You can't go through the actor again. You have to go through the director, and then you can't go through the director. You
Oh,
have to go through a producer or whatever.
okay.
Obviously, you can then circle back to actor and director and stuff,
Yeah, def. I love that.
but then again, that might limit us at one point where like we end up like not wanting to do anything. Well, we'll probably figure it out.
We can bail ourselves out sometimes.
Yeah, get out of jail free card.
Mm-hmm.
We're the bosses. We're our own bosses, so it doesn't even matter.
We can do anything. We make the
Mm,
rules.
we make the rules. If you were someone's boss, what would be the first thing you would take advantage of?
I would love to like I've always like wanted to actively like gaslight someone, but
Okay.
I feel that I'm like I'm a very honest person. But
Mm,
it like I feel like in this world where I can be someone's boss, this is like a fantasy, right?
sure. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, it's
not
a fantasy.
myself. In
You're not
this
yourself.
fantasy, I want to be really good at manipulating and like gaslight them.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
like
I
yeah.
think you have the potential.
No, I don't think I do. That's what I'm saying. But do you think so?
I think you do. I think you're a slimy bastard.
Wait, why did you ask me this question?
I don't know,
Just
just a little bit
just
chit
get
chat,
the
you know?
ball rolling. Okay, what
Let's
about
get the
you?
ball rolling. Uh, I'd probably just get someone to like do all my like errands for me, you know?
Yeah. Do you
I'm
hate
not very good at
errands?
staying on top of my errands, no.
I love errands.
Like,
I'll do them for you.
yeah, I'd love to be your boss.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of are right now in a way.
How am I your boss? We're on the same level. We're both bosses.
But you have to keep me accountable and make sure I do my work in terms of
Yeah,
this.
that's very true. Have you pressed record?
Uh yeah, yeah, I did.
That's great work.
I
I'm
thought that
very
I
proud of
set
you.
it. Thank you so much. I thought I set it to automatically record, but then I clicked record and it said now recording.
That's fascinating.
I know, it's riveting.
That's good podcasting. We also, for anyone who's not cine literate, I guess, the
Oh,
name of the
yeah.
podcast is a reference to a mutual loved film of ours, Selena and Julie Go Boating.
That's
Uh,
not
which
what
one
I
is
thought.
which one's Selena and which one's Julie, by the way?
Julie Berto is Celine.
Oh, Julie. Oh, duh. No, wait, what? Are you? Oh, you're making a joke.
No, I think I'm right. Wait,
But her name's Julie.
I feel like I looked this up like recently.
Oh, you got to look it up again. This is crazy.
This is crazy. Yeah, she
Whoa,
does.
that's crazy.
Because I got excited considering our name because I was like, oh, I get to be Julie Berto and I love her.
Yeah. Well, you don't. I do.
No, I do. What are you talking about?
Wait,
In
oh
the
yeah.
order of the
Oh,
name
you're
of the
so right.
podcast.
You're so right. What did you think I was
Anyways.
going to say?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say for the like non-cinephiles, we still want you to listen.
Oh no, I don't care about them.
You really?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Okay. Sorry, yeah, fuck them.
Well, just listen to Shay's half of the podcast, I guess.
Yeah,
Do you think you can
yeah.
release a version that's just your voice?
That sounds fun.
Mm, I think so. It's like a talk along because everyone's always like, "Oh, when I listen to podcasts, I want to join in." Just like
Oh,
do it then.
true. Or it's like when Seinfeld doesn't have the laugh track. There'll be like
Oh,
a nice
I
gap.
haven't heard that. That sounds scary.
I feel like it is very surreal. I forget what the vibe
To be
is.
fair, I have noticed this with Seinfeld that out of all of the sitcoms, it's the one where they intentionally drop the laugh track quite a lot in weird scenes. Have you noticed that?
Like they don't put it in when there's a
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
I haven't not noticed that.
It's strange. It's kind of uncomfortable. I mean, the most obvious one is in the finale, when they do the segments on the news. The people on the news are
Mm-hmm.
making jokes, but that would normally have a laugh track behind them, but it's just completely dead silent. It's really weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. I don't know what's going through their heads.
We should ask someone.
Should we get Larry David on the podcast?
Yeah, yeah, just I'll call him up.
Larry D. Who do you think you
Larry
would
D.
be? Who do you think you would be friends with more, Larry David or Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't really like Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, yeah, me either.
Like, I don't think he's funny, really. I mean, he's funny in Seinfeld, I guess,
He's really funny in Seinfeld.
but he's like the
It's one
least funny of all of them.
no, I think they're all equally funny.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not.
I do. Why do
Okay,
you not believe me?
sorry. Because that's insane. Well, maybe I guess they're all kind of like very similar.
They're a good ensemble, is what I
They're a
think.
good ensemble. Okay.
Did you learn that word in Paris?
Yeah, yeah. They taught me that. They
What else
teach
did
you a
you learn in
lot.
Paris? Oh,
Um, I don't know.
Did you learn how to smoke cigarette?
Oh yeah, I did learn how to smoke cigarette.
Yeah, they know how to
I
do
got
that
real
over there
good.
real good.
Yeah. But I haven't done it in like a week. So
That's fantastic.
thank you
I'm
so
very proud of
much.
you.
Oh, and you know what else?
Yeah, what
Have
else?
no TikTok either.
That's great. This is a TikTok
It's
free podcast.
yeah, we hate TikTok. Although I kind of think we should post clips on TikTok.
Clip talk.
Clip talk.
Hashtag clip talk. Okay, yeah, you do all of that. I don't want to do that. But you can do it. I'll just be
Yeah.
blissfully unawares.
Yeah, I mean, I'm scared of the temptation in posting it and getting the app, but we'll see what happens.
I guess you post it, you delete it immediately.
Yeah.
That's a nice sippy cup you've got there.
I'm obsessed with it. It's so big and it's a fun color.
Don't shout out the brand, but show it to me. Okay. I like it.
Yeah, it's great. Got it at Target.
Again, just another plug for Target now.
You
Wow.
don't have Target there, do you?
We don't have
Sorry.
Target here. So any of our UK listeners won't really get that anyway. So it's fine.
Yeah,
You've alienated half of the listeners. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You've alienated my mum.
Well, your
That's
mom's
my half. That's
Dutch.
my half of the listeners. Yeah, my mum is Dutch. It's true.
Uh, wait, there's something I wanted to talk about.
Was it Carlito's way?
Yeah, it is.
Wait, was it actually, or did you want something
Yeah, it was.
before
I think
we?
it was actually that.
Oh wow, okay. Carlito's way, huh? So you got the best experience, really, didn't you? You got to go see it in the cinema, like it was
Yeah,
intended. A hot, sweaty Paris cinema.
Parisian. There are flies
There were
everywhere.
so many flies, Shay.
It's an added texture. I liked
It was
it.
crazy. They were walking over the projector and everything. They were
Yeah,
like,
there are little cute dots on the projector.
it was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
I also liked how you had to walk so everyone could see you under the screen to get to the
yeah.
bathroom.
And then I like, wow, she's been gone a long time. Must have taken a
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, people were whispering. And then I
Yeah. Oh
did
my god. I if I understood them, I'm sure it would have
oh my
been very
God.
embarrassing. But
Do you
I don't
remember
speak
how
French.
no, you don't.
No. Do I remember how what?
Do you remember how like we talked about how if you want to I don't know how to describe this. If you want to feel like French people no, I'm not going to say it.
No, say it. I want you to try and say it, and then I can help you.
Because I've said it to you before and I don't know why I'm having such trouble this time.
You got stage fright.
Yeah,
You ever see Stage Fright Aquarius, that Italian horror movie, like a Giallo one with the guy with the owl mask?
I haven't. Is it good?
Yes.
Okay. Good talk.
Great talk. But
But I
anyway,
did
you were saying,
no, no. I will say that I dropped my water bottle in the bathroom and it was the loudest thing in the whole world. Did you hear that?
at the at the screening.
Yeah.
No, I did not hear you drop your water bottle. Maybe someone was shooting a gun at the same time.
Probably.
Probably. Knowing Carlito.
Yeah, knowing that
Uh,
king. Let's talk about it.
yeah. Knowing that king. I'm just looking at my notes here, and it's autocorrected Carlito to Carpito, like carpet. I don't know why.
Ooh, let's make that movie.
Anyway,
Anyways,
that's Carlito's way.
did you
Of
did you read the IMDb trivia?
course, I read the IMDb trivia.
Okay,
What do
I'm
you think?
so
I'm
glad.
doing a movie podcast and I haven't read the IMDb trivia or the
There's a
Wikipedia
lot.
page?
There's a lot I want to discuss on the trivia
That's
page.
great. That's great. Yeah, I mean, we this is our very first episode, so we haven't even really got a structure of how we want to do things. We can just sort of wing it, I guess.
Yeah, my note-taking strategy, even though I got like basically a third way through the movie on this rewatch, I just like wrote down beats or like every scene so we could like
Yeah,
go
I
through
kind of
it.
wrote down every scene as well. Oh, so we're on the same page, so we will
Yeah.
just go through it, I
And we
guess.
both went on the IMDb. Am I
Yeah.
talking over you too much? Is that like really bad
No,
etiquette?
no, no. It's good. It's good to talk over each other in the podcast world. Because otherwise it sounds like we recorded our bits separately, like they did with all those animated movies, you know.
Yes, I know.
But obviously, famously, Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese did
Mm,
it at the same time for Shark Tale.
yeah.
So when they put us in Shark Tale 2
Oh
as
my
podcasters,
God, that's the
we'll be talking
dream.
over each other the whole time. It'll be great.
Everybody talks about how hot Angelina Jolie is in that as the
But no one
fish.
talks about how hot Michael Imperioli is.
Mike Imperioli. I thought we were
Yeah.
gonna. I wanted to talk about him. I watched his AD house tour. I think his house was really ugly.
He's got an ugly house. That doesn't surprise me, to be fair.
Yeah.
Although, you know, I read a thing with him talking about his 10 favorite movies, and he does have good taste, you know.
He has great taste. I think he's just a little self-serious, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
much like you and I.
Yeah. This is a
Yeah, we're so
serious
serious. This
podcast.
is a serious podcast. Everyone who's listening will be sort of sitting down in their lounge chair wearing their
They'll
smoking
have like
jackets.
they'll have like the most like neutral flat mouth and just like blank face.
Maybe the occasional smirk if we
If we say
really
something like
tickle their funny bone.
intelligent, yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like a wry smile.
like a witty moment.
Do you think you're going to say anything intelligent in the next hour?
No, not at
No, me
all.
either.
Well, maybe
Um,
slightly, maybe on
yeah,
accident.
maybe see, I say by accident in my country.
Here we
And part of
go.
the appeal of this podcast is that you and I are from different sides of the pond and we
I
talk
do
differently.
love that. I'm
Yeah.
surprised we haven't pointed that out yet and talked about
Yeah, that's
our
so true.
differences. Like, what time
Um
is it there?
uh like the Simon Liang movie.
I was
We're full
hoping
of
you would
movie
say
references.
that.
We've planned this out. This is all scripted. It's
Yes.
5:30. It's 5:30 in the PM.
I think that's a good time of day.
Yeah, it is a good time of day. I mean, like I said, it's absurdly hot here. Oh, I said that before the podcast, but
Do you have
it's
AC
very
over
hot
there?
here. No, we don't have that in this country, really, except in
Yeah.
like establishments. Like no one has it in their house unless they're loaded.
I do remember your flat being pretty nice temperature.
Yeah,
But
well,
it was a nice temperature there, I guess.
yeah, we're in an absolute heat wave at the moment. Boy, it's hot out there.
Boy, is it hot. We should do a
It's
weather
just
report
we
portion.
should do a weather report portion. Do you remember that movie Do the Right Thing?
Oh yeah, Samuel L. Jackson was the guy.
Yes, he's the guy. He's the version of us. Like when they do the remake, he's going to be a podcaster and he's going to be talking about the weather. And it will be a son of someone like that. Maybe it'll be John David Washington or something playing the
Yeah,
podcaster.
sure.
And who would play Spike Lee's character? Probably also John David Washington would be a good
Yeah, I
choice.
think he would probably do a few roles in this one.
Who's a good young Italian to play John Turturro? We don't have a good young Italians
Yeah,
anymore,
who's our
do
hot
we?
young Italian these days? I
Oh,
can't.
John Majaro, you know, the guy from
No,
First Cow.
oh, I didn't see First Cow.
He's also in a bunch of other stuff. He's in Past Lives.
I didn't see that either. Oh, I don't know
Look
this
him up.
guy.
He is an Italian Jew, I found out the other day.
Oh, there you go.
Because I watched Past Lives the other day, and the character, as his character, in fact, says like, "Oh, you're married to a Jewish writer," and I was like, "He's not Jewish, he's Italian." And then I looked up afterwards. Turns out he's both. He's
Drea
not
de
Jason
Matteo.
Biggsing us.
Oh wow. I just found out Drea de Matteo is Jewish. Do you think she's Italian too?
Yeah, she must be. I did not know that she was Jewish. And last name's De Matteo. Like, surely that's
Yeah.
got something
I don't know. I
something
don't want to
ethnic
Google
there.
if she's Italian right now.
But
Anyways.
yeah, Jason Biggs is obviously the biggest culprit of Jewing, pretending to Jew.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
that's good to talk about with this movie as well.
yes, absolutely. And I am Jewish as well, so
And I
I
am
should
not.
find this film more offensive than I do. Um,
Yeah, it was funny when we left when we left the movie. I was like, I loved Sean Penn, and then you were like, what did you say? You were like, we're immediately like, oh, I wrote about how his character is offensive to Jewish people.
oh yeah, because I did my so what I like to do in my essays, right, is back in my university days, obviously, I'm a grown
Yeah,
man now.
you're way past that.
I'm way past that.
You're
I'm
into
aged at this point.
podcasting.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
into podcasting now. This you don't have to do references in podcasting. It's great. I don't have to have a bibliography at the end of this shit.
Oh, you don't have to cite your sources.
Exactly. Um, so what I'd like to do is you start your essay with a big thing that seems disconnected to the larger picture. So I started talking about Carlito's Way, but actually my essay was about Jewish representation in the Meet the Parents series.
Ooh, okay. I love
Yeah,
this.
exactly. It's
This
kind of
is some
like
in
how Inside Baseball.
No, I was gonna say, like you've alluded to your essays, but I've never heard such detail about them, and it's
Yeah, so
exciting.
that's a typical way of doing it. It's kind of like, those sometimes like Simpsons episodes would start with like a thing at the beginning that seems like it's a completely different storyline and it'll somehow end up like linking
Yes,
to whatever the main
yes.
storyline is. Yeah, so that's my inspiration when it comes to my essays. Every essay, I cite my sources. I write The Simpsons.
I was just talking with my cousin yesterday about The Simpsons because she only knew the piano scene from Big from The Simpsons. Like she didn't know what
Oh,
Big
okay.
was. And I was like, the fuck? I just
Yeah,
watched
that's
Big.
I've never actually seen Big, but I have seen that scene, so I do know what you're talking about.
I love Big.
You love Big.
I love Big.
Such a stupid sentence. Who is it?
I
Penny
love Big.
Marshall? Is it a Penny Marshall movie? I made that
That's a
up.
good question. I don't know.
Are you looking that up or am I?
I'm not. I'm not looking it up.
Big, 1988. Hey, that movie was directed by none other than Penny Marshall.
Yes, Penny.
So yes, Penny.
Go
So
Penny.
as proven, I am a source of knowledge
Mm.
about
Mm-hmm.
movies right here, right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely know more than me. But I am a fan and I'm fun. So there's that.
You're a fun fan, so
Yeah,
that's all that really matters. Yeah.
absolutely.
Do you know who directed Carlito's Way?
Boy, do I.
You know what was actually the wildest thing, coming back to our trip to Paris, was that
Yes.
we were talking about how we love Brian De Palma movies and we wanted to see one. And every single day we were in Paris together, there somewhere was playing at least one Brian De Palma movie.
There was like a Brian De Palma and a Paul Schrader a-thon going on
Yeah.
in Paris,
It's like they
which
knew we
I
were there.
I can't complain because they've got the Catholics covered. Oh wait, I was gonna say they have the Jewish people covered, but
They
Brian De
really
Palma
don't.
isn't
It's,
because
yeah.
no, they don't at all.
They don't have the Jews covered at all. They probably got some sort of depressing French Holocaust movie on or something.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Anyways, let's talk about this movie. We're not.
I
We're
feel
so
like
much.
Amelie is probably a kind of Jewy movie.
How
I
so?
don't really know, because Mathieu Kassovitz is Jewish,
Mm,
like
mm.
Len or Lahane, as I like to call it. That's a Jew movie.
I didn't know that's how you pronounce that.
Len.
Len.
Have you ever tried to say French titles of movies to French people? They really just make you feel like a piece of shit because they're
Ugh.
like, they pretend they don't know what you're saying. They're like, what? I remember I've having to say beau travail, right?
Yeah. And what did they
But
didn't
they
understand that?
they literally had no idea what I was saying. It took me
Ugh,
like 5 minutes to be like, beau travail. It's like,
that is so annoying. I
it's
don't
like
want to speak on.
I don't make you do that with Carlito's Way. Oh, you know what? Actually, I was saying to someone I work with the other day, about Carlito's Way, and they were like, "I've never heard of that movie. What the hell?" Like, I love Brian De Palma, and then it
Hmm.
turns out they were French, and it turns out that they knew it by its French title,
Oh, what was it?
Limpasse. Remember
Oh yeah, Limpass.
Limpasse? Which I can only assume means like the impasse. What like
Yeah, that's all I wouldn't even want to look further into that. But should we?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
So you know that it's directed by Brian De Palma because you're
And
smart.
yeah, and because I'm a fan of Brian.
You're a big fan of Brian. What's your favorite Brian movie?
Um, Probably
It does mean the impasse, by the way.
great. I don't really get why it would be called that, but
Neither do I.
all right. My favorite one would probably be Blowout, I guess, or I love Body Double and Dress to Kill. I love all those like almost equally. But also this
You're a
one.
big like a you like his thrillers kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
His most Hitchcocky ones, I guess.
I love that vibe.
De Palma's an interesting guy to talk about, even in that sense, because we probably talked about this. You saw that Bound Back documentary about De Palma.
Yeah,
Um, I remember seeing that in the cinema and thinking, this guy is a fucking asshole.
yeah. You
He
said
comes
that.
across as a piece of shit, and I don't doubt that Brian De Palma is a huge piece of shit. Um, Spending an hour and a half in his company felt kind of torturous for me, even though I like a lot of his movies.
I don't remember that movie very well, but I don't remember thinking that necessarily.
I'm a bit of a grouch. I don't know if you know this about me,
You're
but I
such
get
a grouch. You really are.
everyone pisses me off.
Yeah. You're easily
Um,
ticked off.
I am so easily ticked off, but only like about like behavioral things. Like otherwise, I'm quite a patient person, in
I
my
feel like
daily
you're
life.
extremely like easygoing and nice and fun to be around, but then weird things piss you off. But it's not,
Mm.
I feel like it's not like, yeah, it's nothing in like day to day life kind of thing. It's like,
No, no, you should
it's
just
like,
ask my wife.
it's just as my wife.
Just
It's
ask
just
my
like,
wife.
I wish I had a wife so I could say things like that.
Yeah, it's the only reason I got married.
Do you call her the old ball and chain? I think I asked you this.
No, I don't because I'm not a raging misogynist.
Okay. Um, Carlito's Way.
No, there's a reason I brought up the De Palma movie was
Oh,
because um I remember specifically him talking about in that film how he's like, everyone says that they're so inspired by Hitchcock and they're like the heir to Hitchcock and the way they make movies, but I'm the only one who ever made movies like Hitchcock makes movies.
oh fuck.
Which sounds like the most big-headed thing in the world, but when you do think about it and they do show you the clips and everything side by side, you go, oh, I guess in his stylistic choices he is very much inspired by Hitchcock. Like, for example, we'll get to that scene later, but in Carlito's Way, when in the pool scene, he sees the action happening. Carlito sees that action happening behind him in the reflection of someone's sunglasses,
Yeah.
and it looks like exactly like something out like Strangers on a Train or something. Like the way he creates tension and stuff is like very imitative of Hitchcock. And obviously Body Double is basically Rear Window. Like,
But he's not the only one who did that.
no, but he's the only one to literally like copy and paste it and then like scrub some De Palma shine on it.
Yeah, that's
He's a
true.
very good Hitchcock imitator, and I think that can't be said for a lot of people.
I like how he does it.
Where do you stand on the cock, man?
I
I'm
I
not going to
don't
rephrase that.
I don't support that way of saying it. Um, I like him.
Yeah, it's a bit talked about, isn't it? To be like, what do you think of Hitchcock? Like, who gives a shit?
It's like saying like, do you like the Beatles or something, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It is the literal filmic equivalent of being like, do you like the Beatles? Are great, man. I love the Beatles.
Right. Like, yeah, he influenced a lot of the stuff I like. And I
Mm.
enjoy the movies. Although I saw why am
Please
I blank?
reserve your coughs for after the podcast. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, boss.
There we are.
I saw Vertigo in the theater and I was so bored and that's really what I'm thinking about right now. I didn't
Well,
care
that's
for
wild
it.
because I actually love that one.
Damn.
I find it so scary. And it's like I think I see the stuff like Chris Marker was so obsessed about it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of undertone of it. There's just something kind of scary going on the whole time, and the dream sequence is so scary, and it just unsettles me, that movie, deeply.
It is one of those things where it's like I was so bored but then like afterwards I'm like I really appreciate so much about it.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because I remembered how much you hate Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, dude, he's cringe.
So that was one of the alternative titles for this podcast, was going to be Jimmy Stewart is cringe, because Shea thinks it's really cool to insult people who have been dead for like 40 years with calling them cringe.
It needs to be said, I think.
When did he die?
I don't know, like it's not something I feel
If he
remember
if he wasn't
happening.
dead, he probably would have died when you called him cringe, in that
Yeah.
moment.
Do you think
He
he's
died in
really
97. Wait, when were you born?
That's the year I was born.
Fuck me. Maybe you're him reincarnate. Maybe that's why you're so cringe.
Oh my god, it's a self-hatred thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've never seen him like at the end of his life. He looks like very old
Oh, I
naturally.
need to see that.
That's
Um,
bizarre.
wait, I was gonna say something.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
remember.
idea.
Yeah.
Teehee.
I
Jimmy
kind of
Stewart is
like it.
cringe.
Yeah, he is cringe. Like, we can agree on that.
We can agree on that. He's pretty cringe.
Wait, yeah, do you think he's cringe? Because I just feel like you were interested that I called someone that old cringe. But what do you
Well, because
think?
like everyone from in 50s movies is cringe, except like Dirk Bogard or something. I don't find him cringe. Or who's the other one that's like him that I really like? Who's the guy that's in Lolita?
Peter
No,
Peter
not him.
Peter Sellers?
Not Peter Sellers, the main guy in Lolita.
I don't know who the main guy is.
Fuck. What's his name? James Mason.
Oh, okay, okay. You don't
I
think no,
love
he is
James Mason.
cringe. I don't like
James
him.
Mason isn't cringe.
I'm not into
Do you,
it.
do you like that movie Bigger Than Life, the Nicholas Frame movie?
I haven't seen it.
Great movie. Great James Mason.
All right, maybe that'll change my mind.
You know what Hitchcock movie I fucking hate?
What?
North by Northwest.
I completely agree. That would be so
Wow.
lame.
Yeah, it's so lame. You're the only person I've ever spoken to about that who
It's
agrees with
so
me.
long. Ugh.
It's so long. That's one of my main complaints. It's the most overlong fucking thing in the
I
world.
saw that
Hate
in
it.
theaters too. So boring.
I've watched
Because
it multiple times, but I don't know why.
Vertigo, at least, is like really pretty. Like there's some really fun, pretty
Yes.
colors. And it's
Mm-hmm.
in San
Mm-hmm.
Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
North by
But
Northwest.
North
I'm
by
not
Northwest.
aesthetically loving it.
No, no, no. Me either. Anyway, Carlito's Way.
Mm-hmm.
So Big BDP wasn't originally attached to this thing. Anyway, it was a book by a judge. Did you know that?
No.
So
That's
this guy
cool.
Edwin Torres is like a New York Supreme Court judge, or was.
I like that
And
because there is a judge in the movie. So he had to insert himself a
yeah,
little bit.
absolutely. But he wrote these two books about made up fictional gangster Carlito Brigante. Carlito Brigante.
Oh my god, I was thinking about how we should be doing that the whole episode. Carlito Gigante.
But basically, because Edwin Torres was worked within the fucking judicial system his whole career, like he wrote books towards the end because he had learned so much, and that's why Carlito's Way feels like such like a fleshed out, like real thing. But there were two
Nice.
books, and obviously Carlito's Way was the first one, and the second one was called After Hours. But the movie is based on the second book mostly, but obviously they didn't call it After Hours because of the Scorsese movie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and those are facts
Those
that I
are fun facts.
researched.
You want to know the first fact I wrote down?
Yes, of course.
The word fuck is said a total of 139 times.
Wow, that's our friend David Kep on the
that's
in
Kep.
the screenplay. That's Kep talk.
Kep on the keyboards there.
Kep. Tap 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 tap. Wonder if he's ever had a pen pal.
I mean, he's too busy writing movie scripts.
Yeah, true. I don't know anything about David Kep. I don't even know what he looks like, but I have no doubt that he's probably a piece of shit as well. I don't know why I'm assuming this
No,
about
I
this guy.
completely agree. Actually, I was looking at pictures of him today, and I was
Oh,
like,
I have seen pictures of him before.
I hate this
yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
He also, like, some of his movies are good, but a lot of them I think are bad.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's I think what clearly is going on in Carlito's Way is a script that is a little bit stupid, but has lots of great stuff in it and incredibly well directed and incredibly well acted, you know? There's a reason this film is my favorite. It's my favorite Brian De Palma movie. I fucking love it.
It's
straight
really
up.
good.
Yeah.
What is your second favorite?
Well, I'm gonna have to get up a list of De Palma movies because I'm absolutely blanking right now. I'd probably say Blowout as well, to be honest. I have one. What's more interesting probably is the ones of his that I like absolutely hate, because he's one of those guys where some of his movies I hate more than I love. You know, like I hate The Untouchables.
Yeah.
You ever see that one?
No.
Stinky, because I hate Sean Connery as well. He's a fucking. I can't watch him. He doesn't act. He just does his stupid voice.
Yeah.
Raising Cain, that sucks. I want to rewatch Dress to Kill, but when I saw that, I hated it. But you speak so highly of it that I do wanna revisit that. But yeah, I mean, I love a lot of his movies. I love The Fury. I love Snake Eyes. I love Body Double. Like when they're good, they're great. You know.
The following is a clip from our weekly Patreon ep. For early access, merch discounts, and more exclusive content, go to the Patreon link in the description.
Yeah, the lines are blurred between performance and
exactly.
life.
It's like a Kiarostami movie or Kim Kardashian. You hear this about hot dogs? My favorite day of my life.
I think it's cool because it makes it seem like now it's like edgy to eat hot dogs.
Yeah. Do you ever hear that story about the poster of shampoo? You like chain?
Maybe you like movie chains.
Maybe you like movie chains.
Also, we watched Megan last night.
The Threegan.
Mithrigan. I don't like it.
I hated it.
This is like raw and unedited.
This is so raw. This is so raw. I think we might get salmonella. This is so raw. It's like Julia Ducournau has ripped off Claire Denis twice. Leave this in.
Leave this in. People need to hear
Leave this in. Make this bit louder.
I can't decide because I might have a date on Monday.
With whomst?
Join us on our journey, listen along, and build the chain with us.
Join us on our journey.
I feel like if I was a director, I'd have a lot of shit movies.
Oh, for sure.
I'd have some bangers too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing as well. Like Brian De Palma's an odd one because he's so obsessed with not doing the same thing again. It seems like everything I read about his movies is like, I picked this so I wouldn't be doing the same thing again. Like,
yeah, I mean,
and he didn't want to do Carlito's Way because he was like, oh, it's too similar to Scarface, whatever.
It feels really different from Scarface to me.
Yeah, it feels incredibly different from Scarface.
I don't really
and much
care for Scarface.
better than
honestly.
Scarface. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really like it that much either. So obviously, we got our big boys in it. We got our big boy Al, and obviously
Well, I think we
that's
should say what it's about.
yeah. You want to go what it's about before we talk about Al? That makes sense.
I'm sorry. Was that
No,
rude?
no, take the floor. No, take the floor.
Oh my god. um. Well, it's about a dude named Carlito Brigante,
A
who,
dude,
some dude,
big dude.
he just got out of jail. Oh no, yeah,
Yeah, that's
no,
correct.
I'm not good at describing things like this.
The idea is that like Carlito
Yeah.
Brigante is like he was a big time drug lord, and then he went to prison, but he managed to get off after 5 years instead of 30 because of his qualified Jew lawyer.
He was the JP Morgan of the smack business.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wrote
so he
down
was
so much about John Leguizamo.
Yeah, John Leguizamo is insane in this thing. But yeah, so basically he's like back out on the real world, and he decides he's going to go straight. But never that easy, is it, Shea? Never that easy to go straight, is it?
I would say that's the premise of the movie.
Yeah, about how difficult it is to go straight.
How difficult it is. He tries really hard, though.
What? He does try really hard. And we're all supporting him throughout it. So basically, he's trying to make his money to open up his car wash, is it, or something?
Or car rental.
Yeah, some nonsense
on some island.
And everyone's laughing at him.
Everyone laughs their fucking ass off when he tells them this idea.
So hard that there's scenes that go on for 5 minutes of people just slapping their knees.
By the way, I'm like, these are bad friends that are always laughing at his dreams.
Yeah, he needs to have good friends.
That could have changed his life. He does.
Absolutely. I think I might, if I might go off the rails if you weren't my friend, Shea.
Same to you, buddy.
We keep each other in check. We're going to open our car rental place someday.
Yes. But if not, we have to do... Yeah, that's the dream. If not, we have to do 10-minute monologues as we die.
Yes, of course. Which isn't a spoiler. Well, actually, we're going to spoil this movie to shit anyway. But the film does open with a black and white sequence of him having been shot.
I like the opening sequence, by the way. I like the typography.
It's a great opening sequence.
I think it's pretty, and I like... Isn't the camera going like...
Yeah, it's going upside down and stuff.
It's doing fun stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the general idea, and Al obviously plays our guy Carlito Brigante. And Al Pacino, I believe, is Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah. We all know that about him.
Some of the worst accent work I've maybe ever seen in a movie. I adore it, and I adore him, and his performance otherwise is genuinely like fucking incredible. Like, he is just an insane actor, Al Pacino. But the accent stuff is it's probably offensive to some people, huh?
Definitely offensive. And then he forgets to do it in half of the scenes.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
But it adds...
But you can, in the voiceover, you can tell that he really pauses, and he's like, okay, I'm going to try and do the accent right now. But yeah, throughout the film, he's just dropping it.
But then in random scenes, he has it again.
Yeah.
I love that.
He realizes, he's like, oh, I can say this word with a funny S sound.
I don't know who his accent coach was. They were crazy.
I don't think they had one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I just wanted to do a little bit more background on the movie before we get into it.
Okay.
Just in terms of like who else was involved. Well, obviously Sean Penn plays Jerry Seinfeld. David Kleinfeld, I believe his name is.
Yep, Davy Kleinfeld.
Davy Kleinfeld feels very much like it's almost like a made-up Jewish name, but
yeah, both of the main characters are kind of offensive in that way.
Yeah, absolutely. But But apparently Sean Penn was actually going to retire from acting before this. Did you read this?
Yeah, I did see that. Is it
And
hard
I
to
wish
record
he
a
had.
podcast in a heat wave?
It is a little bit. I'm very uncomfortable. I'm all
I'm
sweaty under my
sorry.
legs, and the room in my house where I actually have a desk is the Wi-Fi is really bad. So I have to do this on the floor in my living room.
I'm on the floor as well.
You're on the floor. You don't look like you're on the floor.
Really?
You've got big desk energy, just generally.
Thank you so much. I have the computer's on an ottoman and I'm on the floor.
Oh, okay. My computer and my mic are on the coffee table.
I call them that too.
You call them that? You call them coffee tables?
Yeah, I didn't know if you were trying to be like, well, us English people call them
No,
coffee tables.
no.
Okay.
No, I wasn't trying to point out the differences.
Being defensive.
Yeah, you're so on edge, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, I wish Sean Penn had retired. He's a piece of shit, although he is very good in the movie.
I love him in this, honestly.
And then Alan Dershowitz, the lawyer who looks like Kleinfeld in real life, he tried to sue them for mimicking him. There's likeness.
That was crazy.
Yeah. I do like that Sean Penn shaved himself a receding
hairline. Yeah, I think that's cool.
And then permed it. So, probably the best thing he's ever done in his career.
Probably, yeah.
I'd say.
I liked when he was like, "Is this your boat?" Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
All right.
No, you can tell me if you want.
When they're doing like the heist,
yeah,
to get the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to say this anymore.
Let's move on.
All right.
And obviously there's Penelope Ann Miller who plays Gail, and she's so beautiful and sweet.
She's gorgeous. Can we talk about the tea with that?
Oh, the tea in terms of your IMDb trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go ahead. You love the celebrity gossip, so
I do. I love.
This is Shea's celebrity gossip corner. She does it every episode.
I would love if that was a corner for me.
Let's make it.
First of all, Al Pacino specifically asked for her to be in this. Did you see that?
I did see that. I would have too.
Yeah, I mean, she's gorgeous.
He probably saw her in Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, his fave movie at the time.
I love it.
And then I'm like nervous to do the voice now.
Yeah, I'm really nervous to do the voice now. I'm like being recorded doing it. I'm scared. But
yeah.
we spent our whole second half of the Paris trip just doing Al Pacino voice.
Almost constantly. And it never got old.
It never got old because it was just the two of us. I think if anyone else was there, they would have been very irritated.
Absolutely. Well, also the constant singing of Hammond's song by the Roaches.
Oh yeah, that's our song. If we could legally have that as our theme song, we would. But
that'd be great.
Yeah.
And Al Pacino was in a relationship. I didn't recognize his girlfriend's name.
Oh, she was like an SNL comedian or something, I think.
Oh, that's cool. And
he likes a funny girl.
Oh my goodness. And he got involved with Penelope on set.
I mean, I would too.
Absolutely. How could you not? I mean, I think that was his plan all along, right? You're hiring her for the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just like, oh, I find her attractive. Probably nothing will happen. And then in the heat of the moment.
I don't think he would have thought nothing will happen.
He's a bad boy then.
He's a bad boy. We all know this. Doesn't he have like a really young girlfriend now?
Robert De Niro does, I feel like, but I don't know about Al.
Oh, I didn't know Robbie did.
Maybe
Al Pacino girlfriend. She's 29, yeah.
Al, you dog.
You dirty dog. It means that you're in with a chance, though. You'll have to trade her in for a younger model soon, you know?
I would absolutely love that.
Are you looking at pictures of her or something?
Yeah, I am.
Doesn't she look like a discount Shea?
Oh yeah, I'm totally his type, obviously.
Yeah, she looks no Alfala. Maybe you're too white for him.
Well, but he liked Penelope Ann Miller.
Oh my God. Breaking news, they just broke up.
Fuck. Damn, I thought they were gonna last.
Al Pacino and girlfriend. This is literally from 2 hours ago, this article.
We're
How
breaking out
timely.
news.
Breaking Al news. Al Pacino and girlfriend Noor Alfala renegotiate baby custody terms amid split rumors.
They
They
have
have
a
a
baby?
baby. Fucking hell. How is he still doing that?
Damn, Al.
Damn, Al.
I think it's smart of her to have a baby with him, though.
What? Because he'll be a good actor.
Yeah, yeah. No, just so you get that money and shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I bet he's got bank.
He's got big bank.
Mm.
But then
Yes,
at the
go on.
premiere, he still brings his ex and avoids Penelope and Miller. That's what I saw.
Yeah, I saw that, but like,
It's not
where's
that
this
juicy.
information coming from?
Yeah, who's saying this? Probably John Leguizamo. He was
Yeah, he seems to be
talking
talking
mad
shit
shit.
about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some interviews with him being like, it was a bit fucked for Al Pacino to play a Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah, I saw that too. I stand by that, John Leguizamo.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't think Sean Penn should have been playing a Jew.
But no one's talking about that.
No one's talking about that. Produced by Martin Bregman. And every time I see his name come up on a movie, I think it says Bergman, and then it turns out it says Bregman, which I think is just a made-up last name. You ask me.
I
But
agree.
he produced lots of Pacino movies. Serpico, for one.
We saw that.
We did. We went to see that in the cinema when you visited London.
Yeah. That was much different cinema than the Paris one, I have to say.
It was much different cinema, I agree.
It's because I said cinema, it threw me off because I call them theaters.
Oh, I see. That's the difference between you and I.
The
Mm.
only one.
Did you know that Abel Ferrara was gonna maybe direct it at one point?
I
Did you see that?
know that. I saw that. What do you think about that?
It seems like we read the same Wikipedia article.
That's good. We have the same talking points. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he would have made a great movie.
Yeah. I don't
Where do
think
you
I
stand
would
on
have liked
Ferrari?
it.
Do you like him?
I'm kind of like not seen a lot, and I'm not hugely into what I've seen. You?
Right, okay. I like him a lot. There's some of his I don't like, but I do love some of the ones I've seen. And he's also just a fascinating guy. There's this really amazing documentary called Abel Ferrara Not Guilty, which you watch on YouTube. It's just someone sort of following him around for like a week of his life when he's making music videos and stuff. I don't think he's making a movie at the time, but he's an insane man. Like there's a scene where like he's in a cab with the filmmakers and he's like, I just got to step out for a second. He's clearly going to like pick up drugs and he goes off on like a motorbike to go pick up and then comes back. It's nuts. But it's
Awesome.
really beautifully shot, this documentary as well. Like it's really like unique. It's great. Highly recommended.
I love it. I'm into that.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's on YouTube. But yeah, like I said, De Palma's always worried about like retreading his shit. And obviously he had Bonfire of the Vanities. Did you ever see that or read the book or anything?
No.
So the book is the Tom Wolfe book, I believe, and it's supposed to be amazing. I've never read it, but I've tried to read Tom Wolfe before and I couldn't get into it. But like everyone's like unadaptable book, and he's like, I'm gonna adapt it, and it's like notoriously a fucking disaster. And your boyfriend Tom Hanks is in it, and Bruce Willis, I think.
I hate Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, just to clarify, that was a joke.
Yeah, that was a joke.
But yeah, so De Palma's kind of in the shitter with the general public and the critics because his last movie was an absolute dud. And then he does a small movie, does Raising Cain afterwards, but it's like the year before Carlito's Way, and it's kind of like general normal De Palma fare. With
I feel like people like that one. I haven't seen it.
People do like that. I don't like it. It's annoying. It's what's his face?
I don't like that guy.
John
I forget
Lithgow.
his name. I find him annoying as fuck.
I do find him annoying as well. He's good in Blowout, though, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm like, I can't watch a movie starring that guy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. He's kind of annoying. Remember
It's
when
too
he's Lord
much.
Farquaad?
Is he really?
Yeah, he's Lord Farquaad
I had no
in the
idea.
in the Shrek movie. Yeah, that's why you don't like
Let's
Lord
not get
Farquaad very
into
much.
Shrek.
Let's not get into Shrek lore. It's too early on.
Well, we're gonna alienate people if we discuss our opinions on Shrek.
Yeah, we don't alienate people this early on, I don't think. Although I feel like I've laid into quite a lot of people already, so maybe I have alienated enough people already for this to be a podcast for us and only us.
You alienated all non-cinephiles already.
Oh yeah, I did. I knocked out half of our people, and you knocked out half of our people by being American.
Yeah.
Mm, so
We also alienated all people who don't speak English.
yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, we really laid into French people earlier as well.
But that's fine with me.
Yeah, me too. So should we beat by beat this thing? Do you want to go through Carlito's way? Do you want to I'm trying to think of like a witty way to say like walk the path or something, like go Carlito's way. I don't know.
I think that's good.
Great.
Sometimes the
So
easiest answer is the best answer.
yeah. So
Just
obviously
like when you said
yes, go. Like I said when I said what?
that place is so old the ghosts have wheelchairs.
Like, yeah, that's a funny joke I once made that really
I
cracked you up. Place is so
I'll
old,
just
even the
remember.
ghosts are in wheelchairs.
Sometimes I'll just remember it and laugh to myself.
It's a funny concept, a ghost in a wheelchair.
Because why would a ghost need a wheelchair?
Exactly.
Okay.
So anyway, Carlito's Way opens, as we talked about, with that black and white sequence with Carlito doing his voiceover. And as we all know, his Puerto Rican ass wasn't meant to make it this far, as he tells us. Remember when he says that?
I didn't remember him saying that.
I would try and do my impression, but I would be it would be a slight on the Puerto Rican people, and I don't want to do that,
Don't want to piss off John Leguizamo.
No, God, no. Oh, it's funny as well. Like apparently that David Koepp had written like loads of slang for Luis Guzman's character. And
no.
apparently people were like, all the Latin people who were like working on the movie were like, no. So he like changed the dialogue to tone it down.
Yeah, I saw that. We've already been talking for 1 hour and 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
That means I can edit out the part I'm embarrassed by, so that's good.
That's great. Yeah, we got enough content to go.
Yeah. How long do we want this to be?
I think we can go for as long as we feel.
Okay. Sorry.
I love having content to listen to.
No, me too. I completely agree. Well, I think people are always like, I wish this podcast was longer for every podcast I listen to.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
And I feel that way too. So, and also it's like less pressure to be constantly engaging.
Exactly.
Sit differently.
That sounds like a great idea.
I was uncomfortable.
So obviously this is the first time we see the color in the sequence is the Escape to Paradise poster.
Yeah, it's kind of this beautiful thing where it's all black and white, except for this poster that has beautiful sunset colors and says Escape to Paradise.
And it has the silhouette of a beautiful woman dancing with some native people. I don't know. They're supposed to be like some kids.
Oh, it does it? Because I thought on the first time you see the poster, it's just the woman dancing.
No. They're all there.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a very nice image. This is the thing with De Palma as well. Like he really in the same way that Hitchcock does it, it's all about like those sweeping romantic things as well, like in the middle of movies where it doesn't seem to fit. Why are you showing me your Diet Coke?
Just because I'm famous for having Diet Coke. And I knew you'd comment on it, so I figured I'd just show it to you.
Yeah, you knock a lot of those back a day, huh?
Guess how many I've had today?
3.
2.
Oh, okay. That's
But
not so bad.
We started at 11 recording, so that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh my God. I was thinking about the fact that it's 6 o'clock here.
Yeah, I'll probably have a few more later.
Anyway, his Puerto Rican ass wasn't meant to make it this far. He sees the dancing.
Yeah.
And then we flash back to reveal what's been going on in this fella's life.
Yeah, we see him in court.
Yeah. And he's
kind of a fast talking, he's a confident young guy.
Yeah, he's not young.
He's so good and young though. He's
he
like
does look
53 or something.
Yeah, but like he's supposed to also be like that sort of age, right? Or at least in his 40s or something, right?
Yeah, because his prime was when he was the whatever of Smack. I already forget.
The JP Morgan.
JP Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
What are you typing?
I'm fuck, what's the guy's name? So why are you calling me out for typing all of a sudden? I'm trying to find out what this guy James Rebhorn plays the district attorney who's there.
We discussed how. Remember how we discussed how? No, you go. Sorry, you go.
No, we discussed how what?
How he died.
How he died?
You just
what, like how he is dead?
Yeah, and then we were like, I wonder how he died, and we looked it up, and it was cancer.
Jesus Christ. I don't remember this at all.
We were walking back to my apartment in Paris.
And we were just talking about him.
Yep.
Famously
Anyways.
also in Meet the Parents. Oh, this is the interesting thing, is that I watched something else recently where he also plays a district attorney.
He's got
do you know
that
what that
look.
thing was? He does have that thing, that look. But do you know what that thing was?
What?
The Seinfeld finale.
Oh, okay.
He plays the district attorney in the Seinfeld finale.
With Michael McEwen.
A little with Michael McEwen. I watched it without. So Michael McEwen is our good friend. You've never met him, have you, Shea?
But he is a good friend.
He's a good friend, and he's done our nice little jingle that you would have heard at the beginning there. That was him. His musical moniker is, I believe, Seafood Diet still, but I think the rumor mill is that he's going to change it soon.
No, I love Seafood Diet.
Well, you tell him that. Maybe he'll probably listen to this. I wonder if he'll make it this far.
No one. If you made it this far, you're incredible. I am shocked. And we're just getting into the movie.
Yes. So James Rebhorn. No, we're over him. We're done with him now. I wrote his name down wrong.
I could say more things about him, but it won't be interesting.
Yeah. So he gets off. Free at last, free at last. He shouts when he's outside, Carlito.
Carlito has such like funny little lines like that. That are, I don't know. He's iconic.
I found out that there's a bit later on that's in a Jay-Z song where he goes, "I'm reloading."
Oh yeah, I think I did read that.
I listened to it.
Okay.
Anyway, it was okay. I didn't listen to the whole song. I just wanted to hear the beginning, to be honest. So he gets out. He's partying with his good friend Kleinfeld.
I like how Kleinfeld goes, "Wait till I see what I have lined up for you tonight." And it's like they're dancing in a club, and that's it. That's all there is.
I mean, with some hot babes, to be fair.
Hot babes, but they don't even care about the babes.
Yeah, this is the thing. They have this sort of like homo subtext between the two of them where they're very drunk and they're like kissing each other, being like, "I love you."
Carlito does really, really love Kleinfeld
He really loves his Jewish lawyer.
to his own detriment.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously this is the first time Kleinfeld mentions that he's like, I've got this club that you can buy into.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Pretty exciting because Carlito wants to go straight, and this is just a club. It's pretty straight.
Just a good way to make some quick change before you go escape to paradise.
And make your car rental, whatever fuck business.
Yep.
And shortly after that, we get the nice reveal of Al's long leather jacket.
Yeah, which I have one of those. Did you know that?
You have one of those. No, why aren't you wearing it right now for the pod?
That's a good point. I could go
Should
put
be.
it on.
You're not moving.
Well, I was waiting for you to say, yeah, you should.
No, it's fine. It's pretty warm
No.
here. I don't want to see you in a jacket. It'll make me feel more warm.
I thought you would say that. Yeah, no, that would be rude.
How can you guess the joke I'm going to make?
Because we have similar minds.
Absolutely. What do you
My
think about
water
right
is
now?
so much bigger than yours, is what I'm thinking about.
My water is so much bigger than yours. I have a
Oh,
bottle and a
okay.
glass.
Okay, so you're pretty cool as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a fan
I'm
in
using
your
it to
room?
cool down my head. There's a fan on over there, yeah.
I like your mustache, by the way. I'm sorry I haven't commented on it.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's in the growing out phase, so it's not at its full potential nearly yet. But thank you. I'm going back to mustache. I can't remember what inspired me. Something inspired me.
I love a mustache.
Oh, really? Well, I would have done
Yeah.
it for you sooner.
No, it's okay. You've gone through like 3 different aesthetics since we started becoming best friends again.
What, like in the past month then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You were like full platinum. You were
Mm.
Pamela Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, brunette, shorter hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're the brown's kind of washed out a little,
Yeah, got
and
like
you
a
have a
dirty blonde kind of look.
mustache. Dirty
Yeah.
blonde boy.
Yeah.
You're kind of like Serpico.
I'm kind of like Serpico, yeah. That's the ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be talking about how sexy he is in that movie.
Did you see that Penelope Ann Miller's apartment is in the same building as Serpico's?
Is it? I thought it looked the same.
Did you really? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what else I thought was that the diner that they go to, him and Gail, I think it looks like the same one from Serpico as well.
That does. It was easy to block off the street, so.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they shot this movie in like 4 months, which is insane because it's pretty mental.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like set pieces and like the places they filmed and stuff. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Just
How
impressive.
did you do it, Brian?
It always scares me to think about how expensive those kind of things are. You know, like I was reading about the description of how they shot that sequence with in the water. And I was like, they spend so much money on just doing the dry ice and shit, you know?
There are worse things to spend money on.
Yeah, I guess so. An Avengers movie.
Oh, shots fired. No, we love Avengers here at Shea and Jordan Go Voting.
We're Marvel heads, aren't we?
Huge Marvel fans.
I hate Spike Lee and I love Stan Lee.
Yes, that's the right Lee. And where do you stand on Vivian Lee?
Vivian Lee, I only like her because of her daughter. I like her offspring.
Okay, great.
Because anyone who was married to Laurence Olivier isn't a friend of mine.
You always said that.
Yeah, that's one of my statements. I got that printed on a t-shirt recently.
One of my statements. Yeah. That'd be a good shirt.
That's good for the merch. Check out the merch store.
That honestly would be kind of a funny shirt. I will write that
I've already
down.
forgotten what, well, yeah, write it down. I already forgot what I said.
Anyone who would marry Laurence Olivier
Isn't a friend of mine. Yeah, we're gonna go hard on this merch at some point, you know. We got to build up our
Crazy merch
following
store.
first.
I see like cool film merch stuff be very popular on Instagram.
Yeah. And also, like, you are a very talented graphic designer, so it's gonna naturally be great.
And you have a talented mind. So together.
Some people have said I have a beautiful mind.
Good film reference.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, do you remember how Carlito has that cousin?
I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat, by the way.
That's okay. It's disgusting, but it's fine.
I don't know what's going on. I have a really phlegmy throat. Is that from cigarettes?
I thought you said you hadn't smoked in over a week.
Yeah, but maybe my throat's like still recovering.
Potentially, yeah. Maybe you're getting rid of the bad stuff. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor. Anyway, Carlito's cousin.
Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not mad at you.
I know. Okay.
Stopping a podcast in the middle to ask if I'm mad at you. Very Shea behavior.
Carlito's cousin should be his nephew, by the way. They do not look like cousins.
I wrote down nephew. And
yeah, me too, initially. And then he says primo.
Wow, we are the same guy, aren't we?
We really are.
Anyway, his cousin / nephew is very handsome.
I so agree. By the way, I remember him from Silver Linings Playbook. That's what I was thinking when we saw it.
He's in Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah, he plays the guy Bradley Cooper lives with or something, his uncle or cousin or his primo.
His cousin, yeah. But yeah, so he's been doing some drug jobs, drug running or money.
And Carlito's
running,
like,
whatever.
Why are you doing that?
Don't do that. And he's like, I just want to show you off. Come in with me. I want to see them. I want everyone to see that I have this legendary cousin, Carlito. So they go to this
right off the bat in this pool hall. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was going to say, and then they go into the pool hall.
And I was going to say, right off the bat in this pool hall, Carlito, he's like, senses something's up. Something's
fishy for sure.
Something's awry.
Which is, again, a very specific De Palma-ism of like Al Pacino noticing in the back, like it kind of feels like almost like otherworldly. Like he looks in the back and there's the bathroom door that's like slightly ajar and he can see that someone's looking through it. But De Palma shoots that stuff in such a specific way.
I love the pool scene.
And I think the pool scene is maybe the best part of the movie.
Yeah, I think so too. Because I think that door thing you're talking about is so good because I feel like as a viewer, you're like, am I being weird or was that weird? Like you're like,
yeah.
So I love it.
And it starts. That's how the scene starts, and then you've got like 5 minutes of pure tension that comes from that.
And when Carlito like does the pool thing where he's like, I want to show you my shot,
my trick shot.
You're like,
it's taken us an hour to get into our Pacino impressions. I like it.
Yeah, we're finally kind of easing it. Yeah. Well, also we haven't needed to say his lines yet, really.
Yeah, true.
But I didn't really realize he was setting up a whole thing there at first too. So I love that.
Well, yeah, because he's constantly giving these glances to the back, and it's just Al Pacino's like micro acting that's so incredible. It's just like every little look of his eyes is just like saying so much. I love him.
I love you, Al.
I love you, Al. We love you, Al.
Love you, Al. We should make a shirt in this style that says "I heart Al Pacino."
That's a great idea.
No one's ever thought of that.
No one's ever thought of that.
Doing the "I heart" blank.
I saw someone in the street the other day that had one that it was in reverse, but it said, "I love films." And I pointed out to Issa, my wife. I says to her, look at that guy's t-shirt. And then I realized that I knew the guy. So I had to go up to him and be like, oh, sorry. Hey, man, I was just pointing you out saying, look at that guy, but it's you. I know you. And he said that he'd just been stopped in the street and someone, because it was backwards, someone stopped him because they thought it said, I love families.
How does it make sense that it being backwards would make it? Just because it was hard to read?
It's
what
difficult
it
to
said?
read. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's an interesting story. Like, it
Yeah,
makes it seem like you know everyone in London.
it does. But he's like a sort of a friend of a friend, and he lives in this area. So I do bump into him occasionally.
I almost doxed you and said the area you live in.
Oh my God,
Maybe.
thanks for not doing that.
You get
That
a
would
lot
have been
of
so scary.
stalkers. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Anytime anyone says the word stalker, I think about the Nathan For You Finding Francis, where the Bill Gates impersonator says, "Do you think I look like a stalker?" Remember that?
No.
Something that's just always running through my mind, you know. Do you have one of those like lines from a thing that's just always in your brain?
Yeah,
Great
but
chat.
not, yeah, but not at the top of my mind right now.
Well, when it comes to you, just blurt it out.
Yeah,
Cool.
I will.
So yes, Al's setting up his trick shot. He's in control of the situation, you know. He knows, apparently Al researched pool technique, like he studied pool for like months, apparently.
Oh my God, he really
He
took
doesn't
this
even do a
seriously.
trick.
Jeez.
He doesn't do anything.
I liked how he wanted to wear a ponytail and then he went and did research and then he's like, no, they don't do that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's hilarious. So this is why I was saying you see the reflection in the glasses. He sees in the background that someone's coming out with a knife.
Yes.
Which is him at his most Hitchcocky, I think.
Yeah, that scene is very Hitchcocky overall.
Yeah. And obviously there's a bit of a shootout. He hits the pool ball in the guy's face, and then he ends up in the bathroom, which is where the iconic poster comes from. Which like I think I've talked about this. I always thought like the poster looks like him in a dark alleyway or something, but it's just him in a bathroom with the lights
It totally
off.
does. They edit. Oh, they didn't edit it. I don't know. I feel like
I think they do
like
edit it to make it look darker. Yeah. But it's a strange thing because I think there's plenty of other like iconic visual things in this movie they could have gone for, but they go for that poster, which makes it look makes the whole film kind of seem like it's going to be a very dark, gritty thing, where it's so much more
is a
fun
misleading kind of image, but I do think it's a nice image.
Yeah, but it's not very indicative of the film.
I have always seen that image and been like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for that kind of movie.
Exactly.
You know?
That's why it took me so long to watch it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's Brian De Palma being serious or something, you know?
Yeah, it is so much less serious. We haven't really talked about the tone of it, but it is like weirdly like campy and silly. Do you hear that noise?
No, I don't hear that noise. What's going on your end? Oh, a leaf blower.
Oh, there's in my parents' new neighborhood, there's like all these hot lawn women. And I met
lawn women?
Yes, they're all women. Do that? And they're all hot. I know.
That's great.
And one is named Amanda, and I'm excited because I remember her name. And next time I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Amanda."
Hey, Amanda. How's the lawn?
How's the lawn? I want to
smoke some grass.
Ooh, I love
she
that.
Cuts the grass.
Yeah, totally. And hopefully she smokes marijuana.
Marijuana. Anyway, so that's what he says. I'm reloading.
Yeah, I think I wrote down a line I liked from that scene.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he says, "Here come the pain," as he runs out.
Here come the pain.
You think you're big time, you're gonna fucking die big time.
That's put that on a t-shirt.
Yep.
Too threatening? Too threatening to be walking down the street with a t-shirt that says, "You think you're big time, you're gonna die big time."
I think that'd be good.
I'd cross the street.
Yeah, man.
So obviously everyone's dead by the end of all the other people have run off, so he takes the 50k because he needs 50k, doesn't he, to buy into this club?
That's all he needs. He's sort of biding his time. Saving his money, laying low.
Laying
Laying
low.
extremely low.
So he gets the club. He buys into the club. He starts managing the club with his old pal Sasso. Sasso. Ron, I mean.
I love how he's always condescending about him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
this guy
saw that actor doesn't speak English. So he learned his lines phonetically.
I saw that as well. They make a big deal out of that in the IMDb trivia.
Yeah, I know. It's the top one on the IMDb trivia. It's like, get a grip,
I'm like,
guys.
okay, I don't care.
So obviously this is when we first meet Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Well, you jumped to that. I mean, very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped to an hour and a half through our podcast. It's crazy.
I don't know if I'm ready.
You're not ready to talk about Johnny?
No, I'm deeply ready. Well, first of all, he has like
good.
I love that little smarmy fuck.
Yeah.
I love his little red suit. It's so cute.
Yeah.
And he's making out with two women at once.
The dream.
The absolute dream.
And he's Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Did I see what?
He said he turned down the role 4 times until Brian let him improvise, which I was like, you didn't even really do that crazy of lines or anything.
Well, maybe David Koepp's lines fucking sucked, which wouldn't surprise me.
Because
he does do an incredibly good job, and he is bringing the Leguizamo to it, like very much so, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I think he's like the perfect fit for that role. He is so good. And that is so when he calls him the JP Morgan of the smack business.
Yes. And he remarked in 2022 that it was odd and surreal seeing Al Pacino playing a Latino character.
Oh, yeah.
I just like that he says odd and surreal.
Odd and surreal?
Like
surreal is an interesting choice of words. Yeah.
And that was in 2022.
That's crazy. That's so recent. He's still talking about it. I wonder if they have beef. They probably have beef, don't they? Him and Al.
It didn't seem like a particularly peaceful set.
No, it seems a bit stressful. I'm glad I wasn't there.
It's not one where they're like, we were a family.
We were a family.
We were playing pranks.
John Leguizamo put salt in my coffee.
And he knows I hate that.
I hate salt in my coffee. You think there's someone out there who likes salt in their coffee? I bet there is.
It kind of sounds good, honestly.
Yeah, I know. As soon as I said it, I was like, that's not actually that bad.
I've seen weirder shit.
Me too. Anyway, Benny Blanco from the Bronx. He's very much he wants to be the new Carlito. So he's
and Carlito
sees
himself. Carlito sees himself in this little guy.
This little fella.
This little red dressed fella. And he's like I don't want any part of this.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with that shit. I'm not gonna talk to this guy. He's also very like up himself and young, dumb, and full of cum, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carlito gives him the cold shoulder.
And you really feel it.
You really do. You're like, wow, he's giving him the cold shoulder right now.
Yeah, it's so cold right now. I remember thinking that the air conditioning had come on in the theater for a second, but then it turns out it hadn't, and it was extremely hot still.
It could be a good thing to watch right now for you.
What, just sort of really take me back?
Well, no, because it's a heat wave in London.
No, I understand.
Oh, okay.
So then he sees a blonde lady dancing. Remember this?
I wrote that down as well.
And he's like, she reminds me of Gail.
He goes, geez, she looks like Gail.
She looks like Gail. Ballet dancer.
Yeah, Gail's his old flame.
Yes.
She does look identical.
That's funny. I literally wrote his old flame.
Oh, really? I didn't write it, but I said
That's crazy.
it.
And then he's like, I'm gonna go stalk her, find out what she's up to.
I just like that though when he's talking about her, he goes, "Guess she fell in love. Me too."
Me too. So he goes to stalk her. He watches her from a rooftop through a window
And
at
he
her
has
ballet class.
he has a garbage can on his head, so he doesn't get
Yeah,
rained
he's got the
on.
lid of the garbage can on his head, and it's an iconic look for him.
It is. He looks
Um,
like that one Muppet.
um, what Muppet?
Or is it
You
Sesame
mean the guy
Street?
from
Yeah.
Sesame Street?
Yeah, sorry.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I have something to say.
Yeah, this is the platform for it.
I forget.
Jesus Christ. Should I continue?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously after this, he accosts her outside. He's like, I used to go out with that hunk, Carlito Brigante. And she's like, oh my God, it's you, Carlito. And then they go to the diner, which I'm pretty sure is the same diner from Serpico. Maybe.
No comment.
No comment. And it looks like he might have, striking up some sort of rekindling some sort of relationship with her, which is good for him.
But she's a little bit like mad
standoffish.
at him. She's standoffish, and she's like, "Why'd you leave me?" Which I think Carlito was right to leave her, because he's like, "Oh, you would have been waiting and not lived your life." I'm like,
that's so true.
He was
He's
kind
a
of a
great
king.
guy.
He's a
I love
great guy.
Carlito.
I always said
love
that.
Carlito. I always said that from the get-go.
Did you see John Leguizamo talking about how he hated Penelope Ann Miller?
No. Oh, I think I did. Everyone hated her.
And he said the costume department kept taking in her clothes an inch, so she thought she'd gained weight. Isn't that awful?
That's truly evil.
I'm like, y'all sound like the problem here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like people used to do that kind of thing back in the day.
Back in the day, the good old days, the glory days.
They say life was better back then, but that's fucked up.
That's so fucked up. We love you, Penelope Ann Miller.
We love you. You're so beautiful. We're on your side.
I don't know anything about her as a person or her personal life, but she's a fantastic screen presence, and I love her voice. I find it very comforting.
Okay.
I'd like her to read me a bedtime story.
Okay.
Can you arrange that? Can you arrange that for me?
I don't know her personally, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll get there someday.
I mean, who knows where this podcast will go?
Exactly. Anyway, Kleinfeld goes to prison. And
did you say Seinfeld?
No, I said Kleinfeld.
That time I really thought you said Seinfeld.
He goes to visit the prison to visit that
dude.
mob
The
boss.
shot when he's going into the prison is insane.
Oh, it's like a big helicopter shot or something.
It's like, why did you do that? It's
like so this is kind of the first time there's like a real push in the narrative of the movie. I feel. I
was thinking that with this scene, I was like, okay, so they're established. Like it felt like such a okay, Kleinfeld needs to do this thing, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like the rest of the scenes are kind of like vibe check.
Yeah.
Sort of. I don't know.
And this is obviously the line that puts the movie in the clear is when this mob boss says, "I don't hate Jews, I hate you because you're a lying piece of shit," you know. So
meaning not all Jews are the same.
Yes, exactly. So David Koepp has sort of like redeemed himself there.
There you go, David. We love you.
We love you, David.
Love you, David. Oh my God. I just want to say something about when I was in Barcelona. Is that allowed?
That's allowed. Yeah, I'll allow it.
When I was in Barcelona, we went and got gelato like every single day. And I swear none of them were as good as Amarino. So I'm kind of
no fucking way.
I'm kind of like back on my Amarino shit.
Don't do that, man. Just go to like a real one in Italy.
Oh, I don't have access to that in
Wait, did you get the one on the corner in that square? You know the square I told you to go to?
No, I didn't.
That place is great.
Well, you should have fucking told me, dude.
I forgot that it was there until just now.
Well, next time we go to Barcelona.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd go there again. I like Barcelona.
We should go. I have like this crazy
Ex-girlfriend.
I have this crazy ex-girlfriend. I have this crazy guy that I pay to look at my astrological chart.
Astrological. Uh-huh.
Anyways, he's like all about like where you should live based on your chart. But anyways, I asked him if I should live in London, and he was like, "You absolutely should." So I was very excited.
You should move to London.
I am in January.
January's the Planuary, is it?
Yeah, or sooner maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? And then this podcast will record in person. How crazy is that?
We should make like a cute set.
Yes,
cheap.
Absolutely. No, for expensive. I want to go all out. Balls to the wall on this thing.
Let's max out our cards.
Yes, oh my god. I can't wait to go into my overdraft.
True. Did you know like people like how there are addictions to things? People get addicted to just being
what?
I know.
Wait, what? Back up.
Sorry. People are addicted to just being in debt. Isn't that the worst addiction ever?
That is probably one of the worst addictions, yeah.
Like, I guess I knew people are addicted to like gambling, but just like being in debt.
Well, I was saying to Issa the other day, like, what's his face from Friends? Chandler. What's the guy called?
I don't know.
Matthew Perry. He was addicted to painkillers.
Yeah.
And Issa was like, that's obviously not the only thing he was addicted to. And I was like, no, but I remember that being like a thing. It was just like he was just like popping paracetamol or whatever, you know?
I don't get the point of the story.
You can be addicted to anything. That's the point.
But
what's your strange addiction?
I just thought of one recently.
Was it Diet Coke?
Yeah, that's definitely it. But it's kind of basic, really.
Yeah.
I have so many addictions. What about you?
I'm not addicted to that much stuff, coffee. But I'm not even that addicted to it. I can only have 2 a day. I know people who are really addicted have like fucking like 9 a day.
Oh my god, somebody was telling me they knew someone who had like 40 and some outlandish number a day. It was like
they're gonna really kill themselves.
I know.
Yeah,
mine's Diet
anyway.
Coke.
Yours is Diet Coke. So this mob boss. Remember we were talking about Carlito's Way a little while ago?
Can you believe that?
Huh?
Can you believe that?
Can you believe it? So this mob boss is like, Kleinfeld, I'm pretty sure you stole $1 million from me. And he's like, no, I didn't do that. I gave the money to the guy. He just decided to testify against you anyway. And then he's like, you're going to break me out of prison. You're going to help.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I don't really break me out of prison.
I don't really understand the $1 million thing, but I do understand that he needs to break the guy out of prison.
I believe Kleinfeld has been given $1 million by this mob boss to pay off someone who's going to testify against him. But Kleinfeld just pockets the money and says he testified anyway.
Wait, I didn't realize Kleinfeld actually did something bad.
You didn't realize that Kleinfeld did something bad? The whole idea is that he's like the villain of the movie, dude.
No, I know, but I thought that the mob boss was just like misunderstanding something in that movie.
No. Kleinfeld is actually just a true piece of shit.
I mean, I know that based on later
Not because
actions.
he's Jewish.
No.
He's just a piece of shit.
Yes.
It felt like you were about to say it was because he was Jewish. I just wanted to clarify it's not.
No, absolutely not. We stand by the Jewish community on this podcast.
Yes, we do. We do indeed.
Oh,
that's actually represented in our poster art, which is very nice.
Thank you so much. And our necklaces.
Oh yeah, we'll show them for the Patreon subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes. I hate Kleinfeld even more now.
It makes you like Jerry Seinfeld a little better as well, just in comparison.
I have to say, yeah, my feelings for Jerry are changing a bit.
So he walks out of the prison and he throws up, which is great. This is very
He's like,
dramatic.
like he
Vomit.
like grabs the gate.
Then he gets a little visit from the DA at his office while he's doing coke.
That's weird how he's just like, you're not going to get away with this.
Yeah.
What does he know at that point?
I don't really know. Anyway, Carlito's storing his money in the safe at the club. And then
cute safe,
Luis Guzman
lets him,
it's a really cute safe. Luis Guzman lets him know that an old acquaintance of his, Laline, has come to visit him in the form of Viggo Mortensen in a wheelchair.
Absolutely.
He's wearing a really dirty suit.
Yeah, it's
my favorite thing about the whole movie, the costume there, that his suit has just got this like dirt on the lapels, like it's never been washed. Good. It's great.
It's like the bacon on the wall in Gummo.
It's just like the bacon on the wall in Gummo. Werner Herzog watches it. He's like, the suit, Viggo Mortensen's suit.
That's great. Happy birthday to Werner, by the way.
Yesterday. Is it his birthday today? Oh, yesterday, the 6th of September. Well, a couple days ago was my wedding anniversary.
Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, she divorced me. It's crazy.
Oh wow. So not too good.
Not too good.
Not too good. Take my wife, please.
Take my wife.
What do you think the best way to say that joke is?
What, the take my wife joke?
Yeah, I know you don't like it, but it's like, take my wife, please. You know? Like there's got to be a pause there.
That's it. I think that's, it's the pause. Yeah. The pause does it. Anyway, so Viggo Mortensen is being a bit shady. Turns out that he's wearing a wire. Piece of shit. But he's like, my legs don't work. I need this. I'm gonna go to prison. I don't fucking know. He's been a whiny baby.
I feel for the little guy.
I do feel for the little guy. He's lost the use of his legs.
And that
can't be good for anyone.
True, and he's gonna be put away for a while.
Yeah.
They like to show how Carlito is like more, I don't know, what's the word, virtuous than everyone else?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. He seems to really have his finger on the pulse. He understands people. He's a humanist in a way, you know?
No, I sort of meant because he didn't ever rat on his old partner.
Rolando. Yeah.
And like he'll see other people, like Kleinfeld starts getting into doing coke all the time. He's like, no, on that stuff.
Oh yeah, true.
Too true.
Too true, mon frère.
Exactly.
So he does also mention that he's seen Gail in the show. He's like, she's good.
He's like, wink.
Wink, wink. She's very good. I've seen a lot of Gail in the show.
I think I missed when you see Gail, and I'm gonna.
You did miss that
because I missed that again when I'm rewatching it. Can I pull it up just for myself?
You can pull it up. Yeah, absolutely.
Got an email from a brand.
You got an email from a brand.
It says they miss want to sponsor you so our podcast. Much. Oh yeah. Anyways, you talk while I look at this.
So he goes to see Gail in this club, and she's wearing a wig, and she's doing a sexy dance.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
She's hot as hell. Yeah, you went for your longest bathroom trip during this.
I only went to the bathroom once, by the way. So
you went to the bathroom
my longest
twice,
and shortest.
I know. I went to the bathroom twice.
That surprised me that you went twice.
Yeah. Anyway, she's doing her sexy dance, and then he has a little conversation with her afterwards. And she has all of her fans coming up being like, I love your work. But
Laline was there.
Laline. He's supportive of her though, you know?
Yeah, he's a chill guy.
So later on we go back to the club, and old Kleinfeld,
they make eye contact, and she's a little embarrassed.
Yeah, she's a little embarrassed, but then, you know.
My mom and I recently watched the movie Striptease because it was on in our Barcelona hotel.
Oh yeah, how was that for you?
So
is that the
bad.
Demi Moore one?
Yes.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
It was so bad. But anyways.
Yeah. Didn't she get paid like stupid money for that movie?
Yeah, I think she did. We watched the Roger Ebert. We watched the Siskel and Ebert review, and we agreed.
Is that what you and your mom do after every movie you watch?
No, but I think we needed it for that one because we were watching it. Like, go ahead.
Which one is Siskel and which one's Ebert between you and your mother?
I feel like I'm Siskel.
I feel like I'm Ebert as well. So I feel like in our relationship, you're Siskel and I'm Ebert, you know?
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see where this goes.
Yeah.
That was for the Patreon subscribers.
Yeah.
This is my 2 thumbs up.
Great. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, give me your review. 2 thumbs up for Carlito's Away. Anyway, so Kleinfeld pulls a gun on Benny Blanco after fucking his girlfriend in the toilets of the club. Remember this?
I think I missed that as well.
So Kleinfeld having sex with the lady who apparently belongs to Benny Blanco, and I don't think anyone should belong to anyone.
Oh my god, true. Can we get into our thoughts on marriage and relationships?
No, I want to get into our thoughts on
Benny Blanco.
Benny Blanco. From the Bronx. Yeah, because I like it. Carlito keeps calling him Benny Blanco from the Bronx, but he says it in such a condescending way, you know?
He's good at being condescending.
He's very good at being condescending. I'd let him condescend me.
Used to be Cesso. Yeah, I'd let
him. So Kleinfeld's just he's a real cokehead, isn't he? He loves his cocaine, this guy. Anyway, they end up beating up Benny Blanco in the alley, and Carlito's like, I should kill him.
Oh, I do remember this. Okay, I do remember
I should kill him because I need to kill him because that's how it works in this world. But he decides not to do it, which might be the ultimate mistake.
Yeah, it might be. But there are other moments. There is other mistakes he makes, I would say.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. It's not the only mistake.
That could have prevented his downfall.
Yes. Anyway, so after this, there's Kleinfeld's pool party where he asks Carlito to help him break this mob boss out. Kleinfeld's holding back on all of the information, as we later find out. But following this is my other favorite scene in the movie, which is when he goes to see Gail and she's got the bolt on the door.
Oh my god, this is the best scene. And he's got the cheesecake.
Yeah, he's got the cheesecake and he's really horny and he's like, let me in, I got cheesecake.
This is definitely the best scene. Yeah, she's like, you're not getting in unless you break down the door.
And then guess what he does?
Well, after she like takes off her little outfit in front of him.
And You Are So Beautiful to Me plays.
Yeah, and he's like reaching through the door like,
yeah. And that's real romance. And we should all aspire to have that.
Yeah, if you don't have that, your romance ain't shit.
I want what Carlito and Gail have. That's another t-shirt.
That's a great shirt.
You typing? Doesn't look like you're typing. Doesn't look like you're typing it down. It's weird.
Penelope and Miller looks really good in green, by the way.
Yeah, she also looks good. Not in green, if you catch my drift.
Hey. All right.
You fucking pervert.
Shea and Jordan go boating after dark.
You're gonna have to get Mike to make a theme that's like slightly more like sexy to play.
Yeah.
Anyway, she is so beautiful to him.
She is. That was another one of our songs because we were singing it after that movie.
Yeah, we did sing it after that. Did we go and get? No, we didn't get ice cream after that, did we? Did we? Or was that a different time?
No, I think we were
Anyway.
Tired. You were tired that day.
Anyway, yeah, I was very tired. Kleinfeld threatens the guy who's dancing.
That was one of the only one of the only times I thought maybe you were mad at me. It was before that movie.
Because I was tired.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at you from that. My cat is so asleep right now, man. She looks dead.
Maybe she is.
No,
Don't
she's
wake her
breathing.
up.
She's breathing.
Okay.
No, I won't wake her, but she's breathing. So Kleinfeld's accidentally on purpose maybe reveals the plan that he's in on with Carlito, sort of alludes to it in front of Gail, and then Gail gets angry at him.
I get so annoyed during that scene. Like,
Yeah,
shut
me
the
too.
fuck up,
Shut
Kleinfeld.
the fuck up, Kleinfeld.
Stupid idiot.
Fucking keep stum, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then obviously him and Gail have a bit of a lover's tiff. He smashes his hand against her mirror and he's all angry at home. Remember that?
I don't know if I should reserve this for the end, but like the fact that she's trying to leave him then but doesn't leave him later in the movie is odd to me.
I guess so.
Because it's like it was like one weird moment with Kleinfeld. I don't know.
But anyway, we then get another very De Palma taught thrilling sequence of them going to do this job, and Kleinfeld clearly has ulterior motives and then beats the mob boss to death and his son. Ouch.
That's another moment where I'm pissed as fuck off at Kleinfeld.
Yeah, absolutely. Gail was right. He's no good.
Gail was like, whatever he wants you to do, don't do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're so right. I have to go
You're
to the
so
bathroom
right, Gail.
really bad.
I love you, Gail. So do I. Should we do a piss break?
Yep.
Hello. Woohoo. Woohoo. We peed.
Guess what?
What? Another DC. It's time to refresh ourselves. I filled up my water.
Good.
I'm
getting kind of sad because we're getting towards the end of the movie.
I know. But we can stop and then we can continue to talk for a bit if you want.
That's true. Oh, you mean like after we done recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have a talk back.
Yeah. Anyway, so relationship over between Kleinfeld and Carlito. He's like, we're over. We're not buddies anymore.
Yeah.
You screwed me over. You made me put myself in this position. Oh, you remember we kept saying cockroach.
Cockroach. Does he say that in the movie?
He does, and there's a scene where he's got the cockroach underneath the glass in the club.
Don't remember.
Well, he does, and it was just like your apartment in Paris.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is important to us because my apartment in Paris was infested with cockroaches. So
yeah, it was Cockroach City there.
No hate to
Cockroachopolis.
Yes.
Cockroachtopia. No, I'm not going to let you finish this.
No hate to the roaches, am I right?
No hate to the roaches. We love the roaches.
We love Hammond's song.
Anyway, Kleinfeld then again gets another very Hitchcocky sequence, gets stabbed in his offices.
Kleinfeld, you dumb fuck.
Kleinfeld, you dumb fuck. By the brother / son of the guys he's killed.
That guy's so handsome, by the way. Not the boat guy.
The boat guy? Oh,
yeah.
The one who gets killed on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so handsome. But then his brother...
Is he handsome too?
No, but you know, I've compared this movie to The Sopranos in a lot of ways. Wow. He plays young Tony's dad in the flashbacks.
Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, if we ever do a mobster movie, I want to have my cousin on because she's really obsessed with them.
Oh yeah.
And she's really funny.
Do you like the Many Saints of Newark?
What?
Did you like the Many Saints of Newark?
I did not see it. Did you like it?
I thought it was very unfairly maligned. I thought it was great.
Oh. Yeah, because she's been really into the Rocky movies, and then she watched all of Sopranos. I've never seen Rocky.
I've seen Rocky. It's pretty good.
Heard great things.
I saw it at the cinema once. It was nice. It's a fun movie.
We could do a lot of impressions of Rocky.
We could, but we won't.
No, because we haven't seen it together.
No. Anyway, so this is when the
wait,
DA
sorry. Did you like Past Lives?
Not really. I was kind of very disappointed, which was a shame.
Yeah, I don't think I can watch it. I think it'll make me cry too much.
Maybe not. I was extremely underwhelmed.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I just feel like as I just got out of a relationship, it seems like intense. And then also if it's
just got out of a relationship, you're saying it like you're stepping out of a car, man.
I'm like trying to be vulnerable. Anyways,
the DA picks up.
Wait, what's the DA actor name again?
James Redhorn.
Should be Redhorn.
Yes, it should be. We should posthumously change his name.
Bring him back from the dead for this.
Bring him back from the dead for this.
You old fuck.
You old fuck. You dead fuck. Jesus. He died 9 years ago. And rest in peace. I hope he's still resting him.
No, he's turning in his grave after this combo.
Yeah, probably.
Do you think I'll turn in my grave?
Oh, absolutely. You're never going to get comfy in there.
No, people are going to be talking shit about me after I die. And I'm going to be...
Oh, absolutely. Anyway, the DA...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Especially after what?
Especially after this episode.
This like 2.5 hour episode.
It's endless. Yeah.
So the DA picks up Carlito when he's with Gail, and he's like, Kleinfeld was fucking trying to rat you out, dude. He plays him a tape of Kleinfeld being like, he's back on the streets. He's dealing drugs again. I'll help you bring him down.
Fuck.
Kleinfeld, we hate you not because you're Jewish, but because you're a piece of shit.
Fuck you, Kleinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is the video only for Patreon? I thought we put it on YouTube.
Why did you say that now as if I just said it?
I don't know, I was just thinking about it.
No, we can put it on YouTube. People like watch listening to podcasts, don't they? What should we do for our Patreon subscribers?
Yeah. Well, I think we could if we do a talk back, we could post that.
What the fuck is a talk back?
Like us talking after we hit after like we say the podcast is over, we could like talk for an hour or something if we're like not dead.
But then they're gonna find out about our personal lives.
That's fine. Or is it not fine?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
save that for the talk back.
Yeah, save that for the talk back. Then Carlito goes, we just got to get out of here. Let's go. Let's move away. Me and you, Gail. Me, you, and the baby. She's pregnant, apparently.
Yeah, by the way, she's pregnant.
So, by the way, she's pregnant all of a sudden. I feel like they cut a scene or something.
Like you're mad. Like
I forgot to pull out.
Hey, I'm not pulling out after that whole door situation.
Yeah, he said that. He's like,
after all that work.
Hey, pull it out.
Well, she likes that he's a bad boy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that he's a bad boy.
I think
so they're gonna get. No, go ahead.
I think he's sexier in Serpico, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
But I like this movie more.
Yeah, this movie's a little better than Serpico, I think. Anyway, he's like, let's take the money and run. Fuck the club. And let's just let's go and start our lives together. I've got the money. I can go pick it up. Which
I kept leaning over to you during the movie, being like, why doesn't he just take the DA's deal? And you're like you wouldn't answer.
Yeah, I was like, shut the fuck up. Don't ask me that question right now. He's not going to take the DA's deal because he ain't no fucking snitch.
Yeah, that's how he's learned to be. But you had to explain that to me afterwards.
Yeah, it's because you've never lived on the the streets amongst the Puerto Rican gangs like I have.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have that.
No, you don't have that. So he's like, we'll meet you at the train station to her. We're gonna go get this train together. Luis Guzman will take you there. Who is already at this point, he's not actually. Has he been told yet that Luis Guzman is actually screwing him over? Because he gets mentioned earlier on. Oh, okay. It happens in the next scene then, or after the Kleinfeld hospital scene. Anyway,
I thought he doesn't know until.
No, someone in the club says to him, "Oh, I believe it's Sasso."
Oh.
Says to him, "Oh, he's been doing some dodgy stuff behind your back."
Do you like my new sunglasses?
I love your new sunglasses, and you know what? They look like sunglasses you already own.
I love when people say that to me, actually.
Because it means it's fitting your style.
Yeah.
Nice new sunglasses.
That was for the Patreon subscribers.
That's for Patreon. So then he goes to see Kleinfeld in the hospital just to make sure. He's like, I want to make sure this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and by the way, he is obsessed with Kleinfeld. Like he really, I think, is in love with him a little bit.
He's as obsessed with Kleinfeld as I am as obsessed with Kleinfeld. It's crazy. Yeah. So he goes to visit him in the hospital. He says you should put your gun on top here instead of under your pillow. But when he's doing that, he takes the bullets out unbeknownst to Kleinfeld. So when he gets ambushed by Tony Soprano's dad, he gets shot in the head and dies.
Classic move.
And it's classy. And then we see him drop the bullets into the trash can outside. See, I called it a trash can just for you.
Thank you so much for not calling it a bin. I wonder how often IRL that people do that little trick, taking out the bullets.
I'd say at least once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week somewhere in the world, someone's doing it.
In the whole world. So it's like, that's only happening once a week in the whole world.
Yeah, people aren't really doing it that often.
Yeah.
I don't think. It feels like an old school move.
Yeah, you can't really fuck around with guns as much, I guess.
In a sort of Minority Report type setting, I think the guns would only work with your DNA fingerprints on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Love Minority Report.
We tried to watch that at yours in Paris and we couldn't get through it because it's a piece of shit, right?
That was so bad.
Then he goes back to the club after Kleinfeld's demise. He goes back to the club and then he's realizing he might get whacked.
Because there's some Italian mobsters there.
They come from nowhere, and he's like, "This is sus." So,
that was very internet lingo of you.
Well, people have been saying sus in this country for like 30, 40 years, and I think apparently it's now internet lingo.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've been saying that since I was a kid.
Okay.
British culture. I'm a cultured lad. I've been watching lots of Alan Clark movies recently.
I saw that.
And they're fucking great.
I've only seen Elephant, I guess.
You gotta watch Made in Britain, mate. That one's on YouTube as well.
I love Little Tim Roth.
It's his first movie. He's fucking incredible in it.
I had a big crush on him, and I was watched a bunch of his movies at a certain point, and I don't know why I didn't watch that one.
I always wanted to watch that Werner Herzog one where he plays like a magician or some shit. Never seen that.
I didn't watch that either.
It's called like Invincible or something. Or Invisible. I don't know.
That should be our next movie.
Tim Roth isn't in this. Should we see if we can somehow do it? That's a fun thing that's going to happen in a sec. We're going to decide what to jump to next.
I know. I realize we have that to look forward to.
Anyway, so he's trying to hide in different places in the club from these Italian mobsters, and he bends down like behind the bar.
Just like JM and Michael McEwen did.
Yes. So this is a very specific niche reference. Maybe we'll put that on the Patreon.
Tip of the hat to that. Yeah, let's put that on the Patreon. A little funny prank.
Yeah, a little funny prank that our friends once did.
I like how you keep calling them our friends. I'm into it.
Anyway, so this then ensues after this is the other finest piece of filmmaking in this is just that whole entire chase sequence through the train station and everything, which is just fucking great, just top tier De Palma shit.
Stressful.
Very stressful. I love the bit where he's ducking on the escalator.
Yeah, it fits the tone of the movie because it's so stressful, but also like so silly, you know?
Yeah. But yeah,
do you mean
just
when
like,
he's like laying on his back?
Yeah. But like that scene is just like geographical, like it just the geography of everything is so good. That was my favorite thing about The Irishman. I don't remember anything about The Irishman, but one of the only things I remember about it was the sequence where like they take so long establishing, like it's before someone gets whacked or whatever, they take so long establishing how the people get there and how long it takes and what turns they take, that when it's happening for real in the reverse or whatever, like it's just like establishing the geography in a scene can like create so much tension in such an incredible way.
Because you know how it should go. Is that what you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know how long each bit's gonna take. It's yeah.
Never thought about that before. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, just this whole final sequence is amazing, and we all know what's coming because we saw the beginning of the movie, but we want our boy to get away. We're still stressed.
I want him to escape to paradise.
Yeah, me too. But then he does eventually get to the train, but he's met by the bullet of Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Old Benny Blanco from the Bronx turning up again.
Pachanga, or Luis Guzman, has led him right to this. And Guzman is like...
He's like...
Wait, it's just how it goes.
Hey, that's the business we're in.
That's the business.
Yeah, Carlito's like, you can't trust nobody.
You can't trust nobody. And then, again, what ensues is maybe, again, one of the incredible final sequences in terms of his dialogue. His closing monologue.
The huge monologue. Is that what you're pulling up right now?
Oh, should I? I wasn't actually pulling it up right now. I was getting ahead of myself. But yeah, I'll pull up the monologue. Should I do it?
Yeah.
Where do I find it? On the IMDb?
I don't know. One time you texted it to me and it made me laugh so hard. It's so funny.
Oh, that's probably actually the quickest way to do it. What's one of the key words, and I'll search it.
It's tired, baby, tired.
Oh, tired, baby.
Is that a word?
I'm having fun, but very tired of traveling. That was you. Oh, here we are.
Oh my God. I got a work email. But it's good.
I'm not going to read out this whole thing, but he's sorry, boys. All the stitches in the world can't sew me together again. Lay down, lay down. Oh, we kept doing that on the holiday as well. That was nice. Lay down.
Tired,
gonna stretch me out on Fernandez Funeral Home on 109th Street. Always knew I'd make a stop there, but a lot later than a whole gang of people thought. Last of the Mohicans.
Yes.
Well, maybe not the last. Gail's gonna be a good mom. New improved Carlito Brigante.
Carlito. Oh, we didn't talk about our Lolita Brigante joke.
Oh yeah, Lolita. Where did that joke start? That's what his kid would be called?
Yes, that's what the kid's called.
Lolita Brigante.
How sexy.
Hope she uses the money to get out. No room in this city for big hearts like hers.
No
Sorry,
way.
baby. I tried the best I could, honest. Can't come with me on this trip, loaf. Getting the shakes now. Last call for drinks. Bar's closing down. Sun's out. Where are we going for breakfast?
The sun's out is like, what? It's like a whole new thing. Like, what?
Don't want to go far. Rough night. Tired, baby.
Tired, baby.
Tired.
Tired.
A beautiful closing monologue, and then we see an amazing the escape to paradise payoff is that image that we saw at the beginning of the movie becomes
Penelope Ann Miller
animation. It's Penelope Ann Miller dancing on the beach while these young fellas play her a tune.
Mm.
And he's imagining that she's escaped to paradise, and it's very beautiful.
In a way, it's like it's a better life without him.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Because maybe
But
he would have,
yeah,
maybe he would have cheated on her or something.
probably scumbag. But this is the thing with Brian De Palma, like he has this like odd sincerity, even though everything is so big and silly. Like I think he is like a weirdly like a romantic somehow, and like
Yeah, definitely.
um even though he's just like I don't know, I can't imagine actually him being in a romantic relationship with another human being.
No, I just imagine him in a room like scrolling away or
Masturbating.
like, yeah, looking at images.
Yeah. So that's Carlito's Way.
Yeah, should we give like a review or like say it? We didn't really say if we liked it or not.
I love this flick.
I guess we did keep saying I love this movie, did we?
Yeah, I think so. I saw it a little while back and I really, really liked it. And I didn't consider it like one of my favorites, but like ever since watching it in the cinema, it was just such a great experience watching it there with you as well. Like,
No, I'll forever have a special place in my heart for Carlito's Way.
Yeah,
Also,
me too.
I loved it. And I had no idea how long it was when we went in, I think. But then it went by so fast, I felt like.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 24 minutes, but
It was
it's
so
it's a
fun.
real breeze.
Other than the fact that it was hot in there.
Yeah, but just it added it all to the atmosphere. It was great.
It added to the tension of it all.
Indeed. Indeedy doody.
So fun.
So yeah, I mean the whole appeal of this podcast is that we're on a journey together here now. So where are we gonna go next?
Yeah. These sunglasses are called the Geordie. That's like a nickname for you.
That is just like a nickname for me.
Oh, you're going on IMDb.
It's exactly what I'm doing.
Maybe I should not look at it so I can talk or something.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your initial sort of gut reaction? Do you feel like going, oh, I want to steep myself in some more De Palma, or oh, I'd rather go and try and find a obscure John Leguizamo movie? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be next week?
I mean, my first thought was that we would do Body Double, partially just because that's what we mocked up on the website, but also just because I love Body Double. But we've also both seen that.
That's true.
I almost feel sick of talking about Brian De Palma now.
Yeah, me too. I feel like we've done Brian De Palma. Maybe we could always come back to him at some point. We never know. We never know where this could go. Mm-hmm. So maybe we should pick another movie with one of the actors in or something.
John Leguizamo, I would be into that.
Have you ever seen Summer of Sam?
No.
The Spike Lee movie?
No.
I've always wanted to watch that, and
Same.
I love a like serial killer movie.
I'm so big into that.
That seems like it might be the right way to go. Oh my god, do you know who co-wrote that fucking movie?
Who?
Michael Imperioli.
What?
That's insane. He's also in it.
People give it good reviews. Ish.
Fuck, should we do it?
Yeah, I'm into it.
I'm into it too.
Or should we explore other options, or we just like trust our
first thought, best thought kind of thing?
Yeah.
I mean, who else would you want to go through?
I feel like because our podcast has been 2.5 hours, we should just go with Summer of Sam.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's just go with Summer of Sam. I've got it on DVD and everything. I'm a lucky boy. I've been meaning to watch it. This is going to tick something off my watch list too. It's all great.
I agree.
So the first link in our chain, if you will.
Yes.
We should have probably been like putting that, peppering that throughout the podcast. The whole idea that we're linking the movies.
It's the first episode.
Yeah, it's so true. The first episode's good. They're just kind of finding their footing, but it really gets into it. Third or fourth episode, they're really, really, just to get into the swing of things.
Exactly. That's what I say about everything.
Yeah, me too.
Did it get dark out there?
It's getting darker. Yeah, absolutely.
Lighting looks different.
Yeah, I mean, I had to turn the overhead lights on because it got too dark in here.
You're like, tired, baby, tired.
Tired, baby, tired. What's for breakfast?
Sun's out.
Well, thank you for coming on this journey with me, Shea.
Thank you, Jordan. I had so much fun. And
I had
thank
fun
you
on
to
the boat with you.
Carlito.
Thank you,
Aw,
Carlito.
yeah,
I guess maybe we'll ultimately get necklaces made with little boats on them.
that'd be really cute.
That'd
Check
be
out
so
our
cute.
Instagram, Shea and Jordan Go Boating.
Check out our Instagram, Shea and Jordan Go Boating. Also, if you love the sound of our voices, we'll be doing this every week, I think.
Every week, check out our website, sheaandjordangoboating.com.
And you know, there's about me sections, and you know, hire us to do stuff if you want us to, you know, if you want me to what could I do? Shine your shoes, write things. I'm a writer. What do you do, Shea?
You're fun to hang out with.
Yeah, that's it.
But they can tell that from the podcast. I do graphic design. That's about it. So hire me for that.
Yeah, Shea, all of the poster, all the artwork and stuff that you've seen is all Shea's doing. So, she's an insanely talented person, and I'm very lucky to be her friend.
Oh, me too, but for you, Jordan.
That's great.
Justin.
Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you, you motherfucker. Also, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, and tell your friends. You know, it's a nice, cozy little time with us. I think, you know,
2.5 hour. Yeah, warm hug.
Remember when this podcast was going to be about us like having a coffee? How many coffees would we have had and during this whole time?
Couldn't we have just had one and kind of that's it?
No, you have to keep going.
I wish we had coffees right now.
Yeah, it's too late for me. The time difference really screws up the idea of this being a coffee podcast.
Yeah, but I feel like we still had fun despite the time difference. I didn't
No,
feel it.
I had a terrible time.
Oh, oh no! So that did make a difference. Oh shit!
Yeah, I would have had a really good time.
Because I had fun.
Yeah, no, but it's much later in the day for me, so I'm weathered, you know.
Yeah, and it's all hot over there.
Yeah, you're still young, dumb, and full of cum, just like John.
Yeah, just like little Johnny, little Benny Blanco.
Little Benny Blanco from the Bronx. I guess we say goodbye. Wait, should we come up with a good goodbye? Oh, okay. Good goodbye line that we say.
Can't wait to go boating with you next time. Sails away.
Tired, baby, tired.
Tired, baby, tired.
Next stop. What does he say? Next stop. Something.
Yeah, something.
That
should be the episode description. Should just be the monologue from that.
Maybe I can try and like work in that monologue like outline into an actual episode description. Probably not, but we'll see. Maybe I'm a talented writer. Who knows? Buy my book.
Fruits Dogs Eat.
Fruits Dogs Eat. That's my book. Anyway, yeah. Goodbye.